Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. Today we got an interesting one. Okay, we're going back to day trading, and we are going to be talking about difference between day trading and a long-term investment. For obviously CashApp investing or any other platform, my logic is the same. I'm gonna be just talking about some key things about day trading and long-term investments. Now, the first thing I say is day trading is for quick profit and fast gains. As I tried to show you guys, what that means is you get in with a lot of money and you try to get out in the same day. Like, let's say you get in at 10:30 and you put in, let's say, $2,000. Let's make it seem like that $2 is $2,000, and then we sell later on that day for, I don't know, 2,500. Now, however, this is not a good example of day trading. As you can see, I bought on Tuesday and I sold on Thursday. Now I can go to AMC and show you guys what I mean when I specifically say day trading. I could go to my AMC history and you guys could see. Look at June 5th and June 6th. You guys see how I get in? I get in 10:17 a.m. at $5, and I get out at 10:30 at 5:07. Okay, now this is not even 20 to 30. I don't know how long that was, but it's fairly a short amount of time. Now I'm only getting in with $5. I know it's not a big amount, but this is me learning, this is me exploring, and this is me trying to understand how there are different styles of investing. Like, we could go to long-term investments, and that's somewhere you go to Nvidia. That's something like Tesla, maybe, or that could be something like a company that's it's a long-term company like Apple, like Microsoft. Those will be considered companies I would keep for a year or so. Okay, but this is a good example of day trading. You get in quick and you get out quick. Now, the second thing I talk about is long-term investments require holding investments longer than short investments. Now, long-term investments are basically investments you want to put a good time frame on. I put a time frame of at least 8 to 10 months. Okay, so very close to a year, and sometimes I get impatient. Okay, know your long terms, and there will be bumps in the roads. Okay, I had a margin of at least 4 to 5 months when I started with my long-term investments, and you guys can see December 19th is when I got in, and you don't see me selling all my stocks till May 3rd. So I stayed in there for 3 to 4 months, and after I saw how Nvidia does over time and how it rebounds well, I was like, okay, now I'm gonna buy more and I'm gonna hold. So that's what we're doing now. I'm gonna hold all the way till December. That's my time frame. That's my margin, and I'm gonna buy more every time the stock dips under 126, 125. Okay, so that's an example of long-term investments, and you can do that with stocks like Walmart, Tesla, Apple, Microsoft. Keep at least close to a year or 5 years, 4 years. Some people do for, like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. Some people invest in certain stocks till they retire. That's how much trust and faith they have in it. Okay, now the third thing is long-term investment includes holding assets like bonds, stocks, exchange funds, and ETFs. So not only stocks, but there are other sources there are other things where you can invest in, and over time those are gonna grow. Okay, so that's why it's very important, guys, to look at time frames. Okay, nobody gets rich in a year or two. I mean, you can save your money for a year or two. That's great. You can save, I don't know, 40,000, 30,000. But 40, 30,000 is not changing your life around. You're not gonna be on a boat in I don't know, in Dubai with 30, 40,000 and be set for the rest of your life. That's just, that's not the real deal. So bonds, stocks, exchange traded funds like ETFs is something I will talk about in a later video. Those are long-term investments that we really have to dig deep and talk about in a later video. But these are these are titles we have to highlight. These are different type of investments that are called bonds, exchange traded funds, in the short term of that is ETFs and stocks. Okay, so let's say I have a long-term stock, which is Apple and Microsoft. I invest in those two companies, then I invest in an asset bond, then I invest in an ETF. And you can find ETFs on CashApp. You feel me? You can go right here, you go to a growth ETF Vanguard, invest in here. People have invested in here, I don't know, let's see, a year. They've probably been investing here since August, and where they're at right now, we can see the growth. Some people probably invested right here like $1,000 in October 26th, right? And just imagine where they are right now. You get what I'm saying, guys? So it's very important to keep time frames, because what if somebody invested, you know, I don't know, at a bad point right here, you know, December 22nd, and they were probably down right here, and they panicked, and they were freaking out. But guess what? Everything rebounds perfectly, because even when they were down right here, guess what happens? They rebound perfectly, and you need to have a lot of patience when you're investing long term, you know. So that's one of the things you have to highlight, and you have to have patience regardless. But I feel like personally, long term, it requires way more patience, because it's just like every single day. Okay, the last thing I have is day trading could have a lot more risks, because you could be day trading a high volatile stock. GME, AMC, Fuel Cell, FFIE. Okay, now let's pinpoint that last stock, which is FFIE. FFIE is a penny stock, okay? Penny stock is basically a stock that is super cheap, like under $1. And I can show you guys an example of FFIE on Cash App. This is not the same stock. FFIE, guys, it's a stock that is not on Cash App, all right? A stock that is on Cash App, that's a penny stock, is Fuel Cell Energy. Now, let's look at the share price on this. 0.69 cents, okay? That is super cheap, right? Now, what people do is they invest $500 in a penny stock, and they get a lot of shares for 0.69 cents. Now, let me do the math for you guys, okay? I have a calculator in my hand. If I have $500 and I divide that by 0.69, I have 724.6 shares owned in this company. Imagine that, guys. Now, if somebody bought this price, 0.69, at the price I bought at, I believe it was, let's go check. I believe at 61 cents. Okay, guys, let's go see. Because I feel like that was a low point for me, okay? As we can see right there, 62. Okay, now imagine, guys, if I put $500 at 62 cents. Let me do the math. 500 divided by 0.62. That is 806.45 shares owned. So I own 800, let's say 800 parts of that company. That's a lot of stocks. Now, let's say if that went up all the way to 66 cents. As you guys can see, I only invested $2 and I got a gain of 15 cents. Now, if I invested $500 and I went all the way up here, I would have gotten a gain of, I don't know, $150. Okay? And that's just money I would make in a matter of a day or 2 days. You know? So that is what I mean by high volatile companies. And then AMC is another good example. As I showed you guys, that when I day traded this, it was in the same day I made a profit, you know, of 7 cents in a matter of minutes. So it is very important to keep these keep these stocks on your radar as well. I'm not saying don't do, you know, short investments and short trades, but these, don't get too much into these. These are way more like a gamble than you think. Okay, I personally love these as well. I'm currently stuck in GME, okay, and this is where you don't want to be. Okay, so you don't want to get caught up in this mess right here. This is why I don't like day trading as much, but trust me, if I have $1,800 to throw around, I would day trade, definitely. Like, if I see a stock like Fuel Cell or FFIE, FFIE is a stock that is on Robinhood, I believe, and it could be on Webull, but I for sure know it's on Robinhood. And I would definitely put money in those type of stocks, but you have to be patient with these guys. As you can see, I bought in at GME at $38. A ripoff, a totally a disappointment. I don't know what I was doing. I got cold feet. I was pressured into buying, I feel like, and I'm currently stuck, and $26 is the current share price. So I just got to write it out and wait. I could buy more stocks, but at the lower share price, but I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to wait and sell at 45 and get it over with. So we just live and learn, and that's my video for today, just talking about how day trading and a long-term investment could be different, talking about how GME, AMC, Fuel Cell, FFIE, these are stocks you have to play around with, okay? You don't want to keep these in for too long. You could keep them, I don't know, but you don't want to feel stuck with them as well. Because if you feel like, Fuel Cell or AMC, they're going to drop down to like $3, or Fuel Cell drops down to like 0.20 cents, and you have $1,000 in there at the share price of 0.62 cents, you're going to be in a trap. Okay, guys, so we have to make sure we know the difference between day trading and long-term investments. We can't really invest into Apple how we are investing into GME, and kind of mix those two up. We have to set barriers, set our own little wall. Okay, this is my short term, this is my long term. If we come over here, these are my ETFs, these are my asset bonds, and this is my retirement plan, this is my 401k. Like, we have to just separate everything. But I will tell you this, that based on the movie I've seen and based on stuff I've seen, doing short-term investments, you can make a lot of money quick, but doing long-term investments is just safer. So if you're not okay with losing a lot of money quickly, guess what? You can do long-term investments, but you can do short-term investments and day trade with small amounts of money. And that's exactly what I do, guys. As you can see, I don't get in these stocks with $500, $100, and $200. No, I'm not doing that. I want to learn. I want to get in and see how I can earn a little bit and learn from it. So when I got money and I'm free to put some money in, I will do that. So as we can see, Fuel Cell, I did that with Fuel Cell, I did that with AMC. But that is it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. There is difference between day trading and long-term investing. Thank you, like and subscribe.